So thank you all for joining today. This is the pre-drill webinar for the 2022 ChemResponder Nationwide Drill, focusing on mapping an underground chemical incident. So a little bit about the upcoming nationwide drill. We are going to be focusing on mapping an underground chemical incident. And this will allow you to leverage two of our newly enhanced capabilities. So some of you may have been familiar with these in the past, but there's been a lot of recent enhancements to them. The first is the indoor monitoring feature, and then the CBRNResponder mobile application. So if you have used the CBRNResponder mobile app before, great. If not, now's a good chance to start switching over from our previous RAD and ChemResponder specific apps to the all-encompassing CBRNResponder app. And today's pre-drill webinar is going to provide your organization, your partners with the opportunity to utilize these features in a training environment with live on-demand support throughout the week of the nationwide drill. So today I will be going over the skills that are needed for this drill. The first is event creation, creating facilities and uploading floor plans, utilizing the CBRNResponder mobile application, collecting chemical data from the mobile app, transferring data from one floor plan to a more refined floor plan, and creating user drawings on the event map. So I will be going over some of these at a very high level in today's webinar, but we do recommend checking out our resource library. Here you will see dozens of user manuals, job aids that provide you more in-depth information step by step. We also do have our special feature webinars that we've given in the past uploaded in the form of both a PowerPoint and a link to our YouTube video. So if you are a little unfamiliar with some of these features and want to take a deeper look, I definitely recommend checking these out. There are some optional advanced skills that are available for the drill, and these include managing field teams, data assessment, creating assignments, and utilizing the chat feature. And before we dive in for a walkthrough of the skills, I do want to note that you will receive the drill instructions via email tomorrow, Friday, January 21st at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And you will only receive these instructions if you have registered via the GoToWebinar link. So if you've not done that already, which hopefully most of you have, definitely make sure to register for the actual drill, and we will be sure to send those instructions to you. So going through the skills, the first one is going to be event creation. You must have the event creator role to complete this task. So if you don't have that role and want to make sure you get it, recommend reaching out to your organization administrator, or you can reach out to us and we can communicate with the administrator to get that role for you. So there are two different ways to create an event. The first being on the ChemResponder dashboard. Once you log in, you should see the events tile, and if you do have the permission, you'll see the create button. And you can also access the create an event page by opening up the drop-down arrow on the event header and clicking create an event. After that, you will be brought to the event creation form, and I will note that all of the event fields that you'll need for the drill will be given to you in the drill instructions for the actual day of the event. So no need to take notes on the fields now. This will all be provided to you. So you will enter your event name, and again, this is in the drill. The type is going to be exercise drill. For the sharing mode field, this is up to you and your organization. If you typically work with partnering organizations that you may want to allow them to have access to this event, you can select partners only. If you are just working as an individual organization, you can select my organization only. And then the scenario is going to be a gas leak. And you do need to fill out all of the required fields. So the start date and time, that will be entered when you are creating the event next week. For the location, we ask that you select the closest metropolitan area near you. And then once you have entered all of the required fields, you will save the changes and your event will be created. Once the event is created, you will then need to add a facility to it. For this, you must have the event manager role. You're going to start by navigating to the facilities page, which is under the configuration tab on the left-hand side navigation menu. And there you should see an add facility button. From there, you'll be brought to the add facility form, and you will choose create new and fill out the required fields such as the name, the type, and location. And these fields will also be given to you in the drill instructions. And then once you have entered those fields, you will save the changes and the facility will be created. To go along with the facility, you are going to upload floor plans. So for this, you only do need the data collector role. There are two different ways to upload floor plans, and this was part of some of our mobile app and indoor monitoring enhancements. So the first way is the mobile upload. This allows you to take a picture directly from the CBRNResponder mobile app. So if you're in the field and let's say an event occurs, you can create the event quickly, just straight from your device. And let's say you need to quickly upload a floor plan to start collecting data, you can sketch that out, take a photo directly from your device and upload it to the website. You could also upload a saved or downloaded file from our website to associate with the facility. Taking a look specifically at mobile uploads, you're first going to want to locate and open the event on your mobile device, and you should see upload new floor plan button under the floor plans tab. Once you click that, you will be able to select the specific facility you're associating it with. So this will be the facility that you created in the previous steps. You will need to provide a name for the floor plan, and you can add an optional description if you would like. And then to add the actual image, you will click the plus sign, and it will give you the option to either take a photo with your camera or upload from your photo library. For the purpose of the drill, you are going to be using the camera. Something else that was brought to the new CBRNResponder mobile app was the ability to set a scale from your floor plan. So while you're uploading that floor plan, you should see a double-headed arrow, which represents the scale icon. You're going to tap that and then enter a scale value in unit. You can then tap the start and end point of the scale, and you should see the scale line that you drew, and then you will save the floor plan and it will be successfully uploaded. Switching back over to the website, you can upload floor plans this way as well. So once you have that facility that you created on that page, you should see a floor plans header, and you will click the create floor plan button on it. From there, you will be on the add floor plan to facility page. You will enter the name of the floor plan, an optional description, and you want to make sure that the active field is checked off. A floor plan being active means that your responders can collect data to it. If it is inactive, it will not show up on the mobile application for data collection. So by default, it will be checked off, but you just want to confirm that it stays that way. And then once you have uploaded the image from your device, you will click save and the floor plan will be added. The CBRNResponder mobile app, you will, if you have not already, need to install this version. So this may be a reminder for some of you, but if you have not utilized the new mobile app, any new features that are added to the CBRNResponder mobile app are only going to be available on the CBRN app. So you will not be able to see some of these features such as user drawings, GIS files on event maps, uploading floor plans. These are not features that you'll be able to do on the individual ChemResponder or RadResponder apps. And those individual apps will eventually be removed from the app stores, and we will no longer be supporting them late this summer. I know there have been some questions about if you only had the ChemResponder app, will you need to create a new account with CBRNResponder? And that is not the case. The CBRNResponder app encompasses all features from the specific ChemResponder and RadResponder apps. It's just now in one single application. So no new account is needed. Everything will transfer over. You will not need to create anything new. So currently version 1.2 of the app is available for download on iOS, Android, and Windows devices. And you can find those in their respective app stores. All you need to do is search for CBRNResponder and you will see it come up as available for download. And similar to its predecessors of the Rad and ChemResponder apps, this application is free to download. So once you do have the app downloaded and installed, once you open it, you will sign in and you will enter your existing ChemResponder username and password. Once your login credentials have been entered, you will click log in and then you will be brought to the CBRNResponder landing page. Once you're in the app, you will be able to start collecting data here. So first, you are going to locate the event that you just created. You'll use the select event button and you can use the search feature for your event. And once you have located it, you will select it and you will be brought to the event configuration page. So since we are going to be collecting indoor data for this drill, you are going to want to download the floor plans to your device. You can open up the floor plans tab and then download the floor plans using that download icon. And then once you have downloaded all of them, you will click the check in the top right corner and you will then be brought to the event landing page. So here, to begin collecting data, you will select the Submit Data button and you will see all the different data types that you can collect. So now you are ready to collect data. In the drill instructions, you will see the data collection requirements. So some of you may be used to collecting the data, just standard on track your location, selecting from map, but to collect indoor data, it is slightly different. So you're going to want to turn on the Is Indoor field, open up the facility, select the appropriate facility, and then select your floor plan. From there, you can put your location coordinates by just tapping on the floor plan. And then you can enter any of these additional indoor fields that you would like. So the building, the floor, the room number, and any additional comments. Once you have collected all of the intended data points, we are going to switch gears and navigate to the event map. So we can take a look at the data on the floor plan and then use the user drawing feature. So once you're back on the ChemResponder website, you will open the event map and then open up the facilities layer. and click that floor plan icon. This will show you all the floor plans for that specific facility. So if you want to view different ones, you can just click the View Data button. And I will note that when you do create user drawings on a specific floor plan, they are specific to that floor plan. So just because you created on one does not mean it is available for all other floor plans. You will need to go in and create the drawing for each one. So once I click View Data of a specific floor plan, the floor plan image will open up and I will see any data that has been collected on it. To use the drawing tools, you will open up that user drawing tools layer and then click the Begin Drawing button. A drawing ribbon will appear at the top of the map, and if you are familiar with user drawing tools on the event map, it is almost identical to drawing on the floor plan. So you will be able to select the drawing shape or type. You can choose the outline color, the fill color, and then if you need to edit a drawing shape or erase in a drawing, you will see those buttons as well. So here I will open up the drawing tools, select polygon, and then I will click each of the vertices of the drawing. And then once I'm finished, I will stop drawing and my image is complete. Once you have created the drawing, you need to make sure that you save that drawing. That way it remains on the floor plan and you can view any of the data that is involved in it. So you're going to click the Save icon and you will name the shape, enter an optional description if you would like, and then determine if the drawing will be shared. If you choose to share, this means it will be available by other responders that have access to the event. So if they're viewing the same event as you, open up the floor plan, they will be able to see this drawing. If you disable this, the drawing will just be private to your user when you are viewing the event. And then once you have entered the appropriate fields, you will click Continue. Once you have saved the user drawing, you can click anywhere in that shape and the Quick Details menu will open up and you will see specific information about that drawing. So any description, the coordinates, you can view data type counts. So in this image, I can see that there were 2 chemical readings that were collected. And again, you must have saved your drawing to be able to view these details. So the next step in this would be to transfer data on to floor plans. So this is one of the major enhancements that we developed with the indoor monitoring capabilities. There are 2 ways that you can access the transfer data page. One is from the event map. So similar to how we were just viewing the floor plan on the map, you would open up the floor plans for the specific facility and then click the transfer data points button. The second way to access this page is if you're viewing the facility information, you can open up the specific floor plan. So here I opened up the Hide Place sketch by clicking the magnifying glass. And then you will see a transfer data points button at the top of the page. So both of those methods will lead you to the floor plan data transfer page. Before you are navigated to that page, you will need to select a source and a destination floor plan. The source floor plan is the one that you will be moving data points from, and the destination floor plan is the floor plan you want to move the data points to. So by default, whichever floor plan you were viewing when you selected the transfer data button, that will be your source floor plan. So you can update it if you need to, but if you're viewing that floor plan, it will defaultly select that and then set the destination floor plan as your official or refined floor plan. So once you have set the source and destination, you will be brought to the full floor plan data point transfer page. If you want to move all of the data points to your official floor plan, we do have a Move All button that you can use. And as you can see, it will move all of the data points to the new floor plan. You can also move a single data point at a time. So if you click on the icon on the source plan, you will then see a quick details box open up and you will click Move to Destination. You can also adjust data points on the destination floor plan. So maybe because of the scale, they may have not lined up correctly during the transfer. So you want to adjust those a bit. You can click and hold on the icon and then drag it to the intended location, and it will then have the new location set to that. And once you have made all the appropriate moves and transfers, you will click Save. And that would wrap up the skills portion of the pre-drill webinar. So with all of those are the required skills that you will need for next week's drill. I will be uploading this recording and sending it out to you all for in case you missed it or wanted to review it. And then we do highly recommend checking out those job aids in our resource library. So now going into a few housekeeping things for the drill itself. If you have not already, please register for the Nationwide Drill Execution and Closing webinar. That is how you will receive the drill instructions. You can register from our ChemResponder homepage under the upcoming events tile. You can also register for the optional communications check. And you will be able to access the one-pager. So just to reiterate this, you will receive drill instructions tomorrow, Friday, January 21st at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, and you will only get an email with the drill instructions if you have registered for the drill execution GoToWebinar link. And just because you are receiving the drill instructions tomorrow afternoon, the drill officially will be starting Monday. We just want to give you all time to prepare or review any of the instructions ahead of time. A few more items. The drill will be open for the 5-day period of next week, January 24th to January 28th. And there will be a closing hot wash on that Friday, January 28th, to discuss feedback, lessons learned, any comments you all have. Just because the drill is open 5 days, this does not mean that there is going to be a full 5-day time commitment. You will not have to complete a task every day. The drill is just open. That way, if you all need to split up certain tasks or have other priorities, you can do this on your own time. We do have estimated times on the drill instructions, so you could complete this all in one day in about a 2-hour or so sitting, or you could spread it out over multiple days. Again, it's just what's best for your schedule. We do ask that you follow all tasks in the order they are given. And for any steps that are not explicitly stated in the drill, please use your organization's standard operating procedures. At the end of each required task, there are optional advanced tasks. And I did mention some of those optional skills at the beginning. These are not required and are only meant for users who are proficient in ChemResponder and wish to explore additional features and capabilities. So if you're going through the required tasks and you feel you could maybe take it a step further, we recommend taking a look at the optional advanced steps. And if that's something you can complete, that's great. We'll obviously be available for any questions. So branching off of that, the facilitators will remain on call throughout the drill week to take any questions, offer guidance as you all are executing the activities on your own time. So please email the support@chemresponder.net email for any and all questions. No question is too small or too large. We're there to help throughout the entire drill. To go over the Nationwide Drill events schedule, tomorrow, Friday, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern time, there is an optional communications check. Again, this is optional. You do not need to join, but if you are new to GoToWebinar and want to sort of make sure that everything's working okay, you can join anytime throughout the time slot. I'll be on. I'll have you go through a list of 4 to 5 tasks just to make sure you're able to enter a question in the question box, unmute yourself, and any other technical issues you may have. At the conclusion of the communications check, once we jump off that webinar, I will be sending out the drill instructions via email if you are registered through the GoToWebinar link. Looking forward to next week is Monday through Friday, the actual drill execution itself. And then the 28th from 1 to 2:30 p.m. Eastern time, that will be the closing webinar and hot wash. So the only time we will be meeting next week formally is January 28th for the closing webinar. And taking a deeper look at the actual closing webinar schedule from 1 to 1:30 p.m. and this is in Eastern time, we will go over some indoor capability best practices and take a look at some participant event maps. From 1:30 to 2:15, that will be the drill hot wash and an open discussion if there's anything anyone wanted to bring up. From 2:15 to 2:30, we will take a look at the drill feedback and a survey. So if you do have any questions next week or at any points at all, you can always email us at support@ChemResponder.net and we will get back to you as soon as we can.